the more time goes on, the more, the older I get, a lot of things rely on me to make my effort in things, and like things for like my own like goals and, you know, my health and my happiness, my peace. It's all up to me to maintain and take care of. And sometimes it's hard to maintain that. Being someone that's kind of always in routine a lot and someone that's always like kind of to themselves a lot, I sometimes feel like I can always do better. Not to say that I'm not enough, but to say that, how far can I take this? How far can I go with this? And, this is all like, you could say that's like a self improvement kind of mindset way, like, where like, oh, I could be the best version of myself. But, like, how far can you go with that? But also be yourself at the same time. I'm not really sure what the point of this thing I'm kind of going with, but it's like, the more you kind of like try to maintain something and kind of like put in a routine, the more it gets kind of like you feel really good in it. And sometimes it's hard to maybe move up to the next step in a way. And things that you think you should be doing, or things that like are conflicting with what society tells you to do. Recently I've been feeling like things have been like really slow in my own life, to the point where it feels like it's hard to do things sometimes. And totally normal feeling the feel, and I'm not special for feeling like that. Everyone goes through that phase of like, you're working your 9 to 5, and you're working towards something, and then you're anticipating the outcome of it and hoping everything goes well, with things trying to balance things in life, and it's exhausting. Life can be very exhausting. It's very important to at least try to balance in a healthy way, when we give ourselves, what we really want, and the truth that we seek, because in one way or another, the truth will always come out in some way. And, I feel like our body kind of tells us like things that our mind won't tell us, and we kind of just feel it. It's really hard to explain. It's like it's the whole gut feeling, your instinct, your intuition. So you can say things feel pretty hard, you know, and life is normally pretty hard for everybody. I think whatever phase you go to, and like whatever challenge and new challenges you face, there will always be this thing in the way. Something's always kind of like, oh, but this is here. In a way, that's kind of like the nice things about life, because, well, I mean, if things were so easy, if things were like so much, like, were so easy to get and given to us, I mean, would life even really like be worth living? It's like so much, you go through like a journey, like you go through like a phase where like it's like really hard, and but you push through and you're able to get through it. And sometimes that pain or whatever, that hard time we went through, really shows us that we're pretty tough. We can handle pretty hard stuff. And sure, it was not a fun time, but and also one great thing about us is just that phase, it's just that moment that we went through, and it's over now, and now we're here. Or maybe you're going through it right now, but just know that this phase right now is not gonna last forever. this phase in my life is not gonna last forever. And like the saying goes, this too shall pass. And we all kind of forget that time to time. I feel like a lot of us kind of think we know that, but we kind of forget when we're going through it, when we're actually going through it. And it takes a person to remind us that. And it takes like some post on X or YouTube, someone on YouTube just saying that. And if I could be your little reminder for that, that this moment you're going through will pass. It will pass. You will get through it. And just know that things will get better. As long as you keep going. Most importantly, and you stick to what you're going towards, and just don't give up. Just don't give up on what you want, and being true to yourself, and just being true to what you really want. Like just sitting with yourself and just realizing what you really want, and what your gut's telling you. Kind of living by your gut, in a way, and obviously being smart about it, and not just doing things impulsively, but being true to yourself, to what you want. So I guess the whole point of this video was kind of like, to me, to say like, just I'm exhausted, pretty much. I'm kind of just exhausted, and life is exhausting. Like just when you're just going through it, and this phase right now, it's just it's tough right now, but you're gonna, everyone will get through it as long as we keep going. It's funny because my mom was telling me something the other day, and she was saying like when things get tough, she thinks of the movie Finding Nemo, when Dory goes, just keep swimming. But obviously, take some rest. You really need it, give yourself what you need, and listen to where your gut's telling you so. So, that's all I got. I don't know how often I'm going to be posting as much, because it's kind of hard for me to like have ideas to talk about and things to talk about, but I'm not gonna force it. But obviously, I want to try to post, so we'll see in the future. Thank you for watching again. You like my stuff? Check out my videos. I have a ton of them, posting through all things I've kind of gone through and talked about. So, yep. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.